We went up into northern Arizona and went to a lake and had the typical family picnic. One of my wife's relatives, a young guy who's now out of the Marine Corps, he was in high-level tactical operations in Korea, took out Korean officials. So it kind of gives you an idea at the level he was operating at. He listens to my show. He reads a lot of the articles that I write. And he really tried to engage me yesterday in a conversation about what's coming. And I told him what was coming, and he said, "You're saying exactly what some of my confidential sources told me when I was in the military." He said, "When the Chinese and Russians show up at your area, they're not taking any prisoners. The people who are in the camps will be sucked into the camps by taking their kids from school, come here to get food. But when they begin to go from town to town and house to house, they're not just going to seize guns. They're going to create corpses." And what he said to me yesterday, he said, "You know what's coming. You've never been in the military. You're not in the best of shape, but you're not in bad shape. But you've been a former college athlete." He said, "You and I need to start doing tactical operations and training." And so this is exactly what he and I and my son and a couple of other relatives are going to commence doing as of next week. He said, Steve, what you said in different words. He said, when they show up, you need to be where they're not. He said, "I know what forces they're going to bring against us." And he said, "I've got my M16, I got my AK-47, I've got a grenade launcher that I stole from the military." He said, "That's not going to save me. I need to learn how to live off the land. I need to learn how to be mobile, and so do you and your family." And ultimately, we're not going to all be called, I think, to go on the run, but we all need to be prepared to be Minutemen, because this is the time we face. The British did not come into the colonies with the notion of exterminating all the colonists. They were simply trying to eradicate the merchant class so they could keep complete control over the economy. These Chinese and Russians are going to look to exterminate us. And the sooner that we wake up to this fact, the sooner we'll start taking the precautions that we need to take.
I agree with that. Thank you, Dave. God bless you for that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get beyond the point, a lot of you, where what purpose do we have to tell you this unless, number one, we're insane, which I know, Dave, there's a lot of people that accuse me of that, or we're genuinely called of God, and then Jesus sent them out by twos. And I've noticed, Doug, on your show, the central theme is if it's Dave and I or whoever you have on plus someone else, the twos are going out there. But in the mouth of two or three witnesses, let every word be established.